Brian Little.
Japan.
Brian Little.
Japan.
Ryan Little. Ryan Little.
No! First one? First one? Oh, no! Come on! Come on! He's alive! He's alive! No! Oh, God! Come here. Eat. Get rid of it! Eric coming in, like everybody. Light them up.
Jack it up.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Shiny! 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 We have to get Merlin. We have to get Merlin. What is it? What is it? What is it? Water orb! I have this! Done. Gabby, go. Whoa! Oh my god!
You know what the stakes are for this.
What? I sleep on the couch?
Our marriage.
Microphone check. Microphone check. Check 2 1 2. What you're gonna do when we're back live with you, bars. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? We got Mike Checks, David and Kelly, Trisha, Lauren, Gabe, Nagara, Chris Clutch, Naylene, Logan Baker, Zeev TV, and Ghost Steps over on Twitch with KP Birdman. And, of course, Cars coming in with the Slytherin love over there. Happy Wizarding Wednesday afternoon. Zio, man. What's up, Mark? What is good? Oh my gosh. It's been a dog's age. No. I did it again. Hold on. It did it again. Display capture. Cancel. Give me 1 second. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let me see. Oh no. Yeah, Glacius. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. And then that. And we'll do this. Oh my gosh. Alright, it's a little bit brighter. Sit in bed with cold cup of tea. With a cold? Oh no, Zilby is sick. Chris video. Yeah, I'm going to switch out the video device on the other channels. But we got it. Big reveal. Yeah, I hope you get well, Mark. If you guys don't know, Zielman, OG, one of the first, was with us on that Wizarding World journey that we call Wizards Unite back in the day. Oh my gosh. Gaming room is so nice. Bro, I had to put out a story time. I had to do like a story time because there's so much that's happened. There is so much that's happened. So much that's happened. We've done new stuff in here. We're getting ready for the holidays because we're hosting Thanksgiving for Sue's family over here for the first time. I've gotten sponsorships from companies wanting me to try stuff. This is the new setup is a new, because we're on a new desk that I can't wait to show you guys. We were filming and putting together over the weekend. Sue mostly while I was at work. Got a new rug. Football. You know what? I'm just gonna show y'all pictures. I'm just gonna show you guys pictures. I met Lynette in London a few months back. That was fun. Yes, I saw those. Lynette posted on Instagram. Yes, Thanksgiving progress. Yeah, work in progress. Yes, Cindy. Also good to see you, Cindy and Steph. Good to see you guys. So let me see. All right, I'm going to switch screens over here too. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me go. Video capture device. And then we're going to go video capture device. And let's go with this one. And then we're going to make this small. And we're going to go under here. And do that with that. And we should be good. Okay. All right, so I don't know if you guys remember last week's post on YouTube. But we had a game, our first game of the season last week, and Coach James in the flesh, yeah. And we won our first game. It was actually against a rival we hadn't played since I played. They quit playing us because we were beating them so bad, and they said we were recruiting. It's a private school, whatever. So anyway. There's my play sheet, wristband, headsets is on campus and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, we last week we had our first game, so we won. Yay! Thanks for all the Lumos and Liquid Luck. So that's why we didn't have our Wizarding Wednesday last Wednesday, and why also we've been having our Wizarding Wednesdays at noon. This will finish out the rest of the month, and then October we should be back to schedule. Outside of maybe one or two Wednesdays. But yeah, just in time for Dark Arts Month. But yeah, this is what your boy has been doing the past like month or two, honestly. And culminating to the first game we had. Let me see, do I have another one? Also, yesterday was Sue's birthday. Yesterday? What's today? Wednesday? No, Monday. Monday was Sue's birthday. So we took her out for brunch. She got off, and kids were still at school because it was on a Monday. So we got to hang out, got her some gifts. I actually got her this sweatshirt she's super proud of. The Akatsuki. If you don't know anything about Naruto, don't worry about it, but she was very happy about that. So she had a very good birthday. She got a lot of downtime. She got a lot of chill time. Reading, watching one of her favorite movies. I forgot what it was. I had just got it for her for a gift, and I forgot the name of it. So she was watching that, hanging out with Sammy, our cat, did some thrifting, a hobby of ours that's been going on recently. And yeah. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's more of me on the sideline with the kids and stuff. I think this is mine right here. This is mine. But yeah, as you guys can see in the back, we're winning 28-0 fourth quarter. So I decided to let off the brakes and kind of put on some of our young birds and stuff like that in the game. So yeah, it was fun. But this has primarily been the bulk of my my off time, to be honest, and stuff. So yeah, it's been crazy. Blame the Berkeys. Thrifting family. Oh yeah. Yeah. We used to, Cindy. It's funny you said that because we used to always. I text Britt or Mike. I was like, "Hey, I found this," and then they text me, "Hey, James." Mike would text me, "James, I found some comics. Are these good or whatever?" Or Britt be like, "I got this. I got this." Well, but Britt would just post like on Facebook like her new clothing and stuff like that. So we always just exchange text half the time and everything and stuff. So yeah. American football. I'm from Germany. I don't understand nothing about football. Yes, American football. I'm sorry. Yeah, American football. But yeah, don't worry about it. I'll do a tutorial eventually one day, breaking it down for y'all. Nagara, what is good? What is good? But yeah, we got another game. We were supposed to have a game today, but on the East Coast, it's been like crazy storming, water, rain, all of that. So it died down today. So I think we did postpone it to tomorrow. So we're gonna have a game tomorrow, but we still got practice today. Did you watch the Giants and Cowboys game? Drummer, I did, and oh my gosh, yeah, that was a good game. I didn't like it that we gave up like 460 something passing yards to Russell Wilson, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we ended up winning. But I do have something, and I posted this on YouTube stories. Giants should have had it, yeah. The only guy I know is Tom Brady. Says, oh, that's all you need to know. That's all you. My friend who takes adult classes at Chesapeake schools had classes canceled yesterday. Yeah, it was bad. It was flooding. I'm a Packers fan, says Mr. Mirandes. Thanks for parts. We're not going to talk about that. What we will talk about, though, is all the Harry Potter news that I have missed. All of it. From the Harry Potter TV series to the Audible casting to apparently a new job posting for Hogwarts Legacy or Hogwarts Legacy MMO. We're going to talk about that right quick for the next 2 hours. And yeah, I'm excited to break that down and react to it. This is my first time looking at all of it, so I am like behind by a week or two on all the news. So you guys will see my initial reactions, my initial thoughts, and at least with the Hogwarts Legacy news, I got to turn that into a video, kind of break it down, because I think I heard something about like Unreal Engine 5 being confirmed, which is not a surprise, but also the type of job that is, and it's temporary or whatever. So I believe it's from the Gaming Bible, Game Rant article, so we'll break that down concerning Hogwarts Legacy. And then I think with the Audible books and the TV series, especially with the casting slowly dripping out and about, I don't know which one is going to be the best casting, because right now it's the Audible books. And I put a poll on YouTube asking you guys, what do you think is the best casting so far? The TV series, HBO series that's come out in 2027, or the Audible books series that's coming out in November, I believe, with Philosopher's Stone. So make sure you join in on the poll, and we'll break all of that down. So, but I got to get this out of the way. Yo, this your boy James from XpectoGO, bring you guys the latest and greatest in Harry Potter content. Today is Wizarding Wednesday, where we come together. We're back live to talk all things Wizarding World, and we're a little earlier than normal, as I mentioned earlier, but nonetheless, we're going to have some fun, talk all things, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts live with us. So if you guys have suggestions, you have comments, you have feelings concerning the topics shared throughout the next 2 hours, be sure to comment below or just chat in the live stream if you're watching live, and of course comment below Replay Squad. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have the entire UK Audible collection, but we'll be needing this full cast version. Yes, Steph A, facts. Tales of Beetle the Bard is already out on Audible with the new cast. What? I didn't know about this, Logan. I agree. Audiobook currently has the best casting in my opinion. Yeah. That's what the early thing. Ooh, James Kit Harington is my. I think I remember you saying this like years ago, Cindy. So that's good to still see that Kit Harington has a place in your heart. Oh my gosh. Early bird gets the word. Exactly, Z. I'll be spending a credit on the audiobook for sure. Yes, yes. Don't be sure to use your free credits as well if you're a member for sure. That makes sense, say Mark. But I put this out to our Patronus Squad peeps, and I'll show you guys. Let me see if I can get it going. Coming up when I have time, it'll probably be on the weekends. Let me see if I can do this. I still have it frozen. I'm just gonna do this. Let's get the video. All right, let me see if this works. Yes. All right, let me see if it works. Let's see. Come on. Yes. Okay. Let me do video capture. Let me show my face. Okay. So, I honestly want to say like a year. We've been trying to get this specifically working regarding the OG Harry Potter games. And finally do it live. Die live. But finally we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And this is actually my first time booting it up on a live stream. So we should be good. Controllers working. Shout out to Drum Girl who sent me like the set for PC. I literally bought 3 different things and returned 3 different disk drives for PC to try to get those working, and it just wasn't happening. But I did find like, I want to say 2 of the games. I have 2 of the games right here for PS1, and I did find those. So of course, Philosopher's Stone and then Chamber of Secrets. I do have both of those on PS1. So we're going to be, I put up a poll for our Patronus Squad members only, asking if you guys want to see me play this live. Spoiler alert, I have never played any of these games. Never played, not one. Even though I read the books, watched the movies, never played any of the games. And so, yeah, we will be playing this probably live, based off of how the poll is going. But yeah, you're in for a treat. Good luck, Street. Thank you, Alexis. Got a call. I'll be right back. Okay, Steffe. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So I'm excited. The graphics is just killing me. It's killing me. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. We'll announce that once I've found out a good day to do it. That goes my coaching schedule, and we'll go from there. I'm just happy to have a PS1 working also. This is my original PS1 I had from back in the day, and it still works. So shout out to disc drives and everything, not digital, which is why I'm all about physical media for sure. Not hearing sound alerts. Oh, wait. Hold on, Cindy. All right, try again. Let's go. I'm so excited starting these. Yeah, me too. You guys have been waiting for a long time. I've talked about it, hinted at it for long enough, but yeah, we got to get those going. So hopefully I'll be able to start it in a couple of weeks, maybe Dark Arts month, and we'll go from there.
C Wolfpack_3 played airhorn sound for 0 bits.
All right, that should have worked for you. It came up. Nothing? Let me see. Alright. You heard the announcement, but not the sound. Okay. I gotta go into sound alerts and tinker with that. Thanks, Cindy. I'm so sorry. You don't stream for like a week or two, and they're like, what is going on? Because it says everything is good. Try it one more time. I think I've only ever played the first Harry Potter games. Really, Alexis? That's interesting. Because it's registering everything on your end. Yeah. How many? Raise your hand if you've played the original Harry Potter games.
Wolfpack_3 played Harry Potter, up to no good for 0 bits.
Oh, it's just doing the talking. Okay. 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 I'm about to change that. Hey, Annie Shrey. Welcome to Patronus Squad. Let me see. Welcome to Patronus Squad. Thank you for the support. And read it out loud. Okay. All right. I got to change that then. I got to change that. I don't know why it does the reading out loud one. So, anyway. Let me get yo's in the chat. I've played. David Kelly said they've played it as well. SBR said they played it. Dylan said they played it. And Metatron said they played it. Played it at least 3 of them, says Zillman. So I have the first 3. I think the next one's on the PS2. But I'm going to see if I can find it on, because my PS2 is not working. I got to turn that in to get it repaired. I'm going to see if I can get that on the PS3. Or I might just skip Prisoner of Azkaban. I do have Goblet of Fire on GameCube, so we'll see what we can do. The only movie tie-in game I haven't played is Deathly Hallows Part 2. Ooh, is that the Call of Duty one? I gotta check that out. All right, Goblet of Fire is so bad. Don't skip Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay. I just gotta get my PS2 working. Wait, I might be able to play it on the PS3 if it's on PS2. I'll see what I do. I know Retro said there's a little dongle you needed, but anyway, we got yo's in the chat. We're going to dive right into the Harry Potter, TV series or HBO series news, courtesy of the one, the only Wizarding World Direct. I'm going to literally go down the timeline, double check, see anything I might have missed, and then we're going to get right into the audiobook casting and finish it off with the Hogwarts Legacy job posting that Game Rant or Gaming Bible posted about a couple of days ago. So we got yo's in the chat. Let's get into the latest and greatest. We're James.
And I'm Sue.
And we are XpectoGO. Bring you guys the latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest.
Ryan Little.
Alrighty, dighty. Alright, so it looks like I got all of this is the Audible stuff. Alright, well, we're just going to talk about this. I think all of this is the Audible stuff. Oh my gosh. Birthday wishes. Stuart Craig. I did hear about this. Okay, I did hear about this. So for those of you guys unaware, Stuart Craig had passed away sometime last week at the age of 83. He was the production designer for all of the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films, all of them. So that's like, what, 11 films altogether, which is insane. Let me get Lumos in the chat, Wands up. They say we owe him all the locations such as Hogwarts, Green Gods, Diagon Alley, the Ministry of Magic, and much more. Yeah, I didn't. I think I heard about this, but I wasn't sure. On Instagram, I think they were talking about it. So I love that you added. See, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Trying to update the drops, so I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, Lumos winds up to Stuart Craig and his family. Yeah, this was last week when I didn't stream, so we would have talked about this. So yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know he was production designer on like all of those films. It's 11, right? Because it was 8 Harry Potter films, and then what, 3 Fantastic Beasts? Yes, yeah. 3 Fantastic Beasts. Because the last one was Secret of Dumbledore, Crimes of Grindelwald was the second one, and then Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was the first one. So yeah, 11 films. That's insane. Wow. I wonder if he has any credits for the TV show, though. That's the question. I don't know if he helped out or they just reused all the stuff he did earlier. But yeah, that being said, it's cool. Okay, Mark, I know you'll like this one. Universal Studios has apparently secured the rights to Harry Potter for its theme park in the UK. Plans for a Harry Potter attraction are currently in progress. This is according to The Sun in the UK. My biggest question about this, why hasn't this already been a thing? Because I feel like don't they have like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and like obviously here we have 2 in the United States. I want to say there's one in Japan. So I'm like, why is the home of Harry Potter, the author, why is this now just becoming a thing in the UK? Congratulations, by the way, UK, but still. Like, they have the studio tours. Don't we have the studio? No, they just have the studio tours. Okay, they have the studio tours. That's fair. They have the like actual places where they filmed the movies. So that's fair. That's okay. That makes sense. That's a good point. I know Japan or China has a studio tour as well. And a new Harry Potter store, which also we have 2 of in the United States. Do y'all have a Harry Potter store in the UK? My UK peeps. Do y'all have a Harry Potter store? Jay, the hardest working cat in all of LA. Are you still in not Oaxaca? Are you still in Oaxaca? Are you back? What is up, Jay? Yeah, stoked for that 40-minute drive away, says Zillman. No way. Studio tour is more of a museum thing. Universal had to negotiate rights with WB. Wait. What? I mean, I know WB. It is the WB studio tour. And Universal. I gotta break that down. I gotta look more into that. Because it's interesting. So WB has primary rights over Wizarding World over JK. Maybe I missed something or forgot something. Did she just sell the rights? I thought she still has like final rights. I've been back. Was only for a week. I wish I had money for longer. LOL. SJ. Okay. I think I saw like 1 or 2 pictures you posted on Instagram. So I hope you have fun though. Is this the last morning Wizarding Wednesday? Micah, no. We got like 2 more. I think we got 2 more. And then we'll be back to the regular schedule. I am from LA, says Eve. Okay. Well, if you count the parks, we have the Harry Potter store location. That's what I'm saying. But I feel like the United States has like all the stuff. We have 2 Universal parks with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. 2 of the Harry Potter store, Chicago and New York. I feel like we have a WB tour, studio tour, or a smaller version of it in LA. We probably don't. So I'm just like, how do we have all of this and the UK only has the studio tour? I feel like, and just now getting the Universal Park. You know what I'm saying? Like, we even have the new Ministry of Magic ride. And I think, like, Japan, I know Japan has the studio tour. Japan or China. There's an Asian studio tour somewhere in the Asian Pacific. And they just opened a new Harry Potter store over there. So I'm just like, what's the dealio? We have Harry Potter experiences, says Lauren. Okay. JKR has the publishing rights. WB seems to own the rest. Interesting. Okay, Christian Gamer says Warner Brothers has full rights except for publishing rights, which she still controls. That's what David M. Kelly says. Okay, Jinx. Yeah, you get all the good stuff. Very annoying. Yeah, like if I'm a UK cat, I'd be very upset. Even though, granted, you guys got all the like locations because they're filming over there right now. So like at least with the Harry Potter show, you guys get to be there for the leaks when they were filming like in London, for example. What's the deal? I get some of my Harry Potter merch from Ross for less. Yo, wait, what? I go to Ross all the time. I have to get like cleats and stuff sometimes for some of our kids. I get cleats for like $15. I didn't know they had Harry Potter merch. What? Studio tour in the UK is way better than the ones in the US. So we do have one. Okay, I thought we did. I know the studio tour in UK is goated. I know that. But I wasn't sure if we had one. Because I know it's like smaller. We have specialized events here too, like the Yule Ball, Fantastic Beasts experience. Yeah, new magical train and dinner experiences. Yeah, we have that too. Yeah, we just did the Forbidden Forest experience. That was like last fall. With the community. We had a meetup up there in Leesburg, Virginia. Why isn't there a yes option in the poll? Sorry, Yuri, you have to pick one. They have the Harry Potter merch at Home Goods. What? All right, all right. I might have to hit that up after practice today. This is a big shop. The big shop in the studio tour and a small one in King's Cross. Oh, so that doubles as a Harry Potter store. That makes sense, Mark. That makes sense. I know they had one that came to the museum in Philly. Oh yeah, the Harry Potter exhibit. Yeah. Me, Jay in the chat. Cindy, were you at that one? I don't know if you were at the exhibit one. We had to meet up over there for that one. Yeah, we did the exhibit. I think I've done all of them, all the experiences here except the Yule Ball one. I've done the exhibit. I've done the Forbidden Forest. I've done the, what's the other one? There was another one we did. There's another one we did that I'm missing. I'll probably do the train one that they're going to do because I know that's traveling. But yeah, I haven't done the Yule Ball one. That's the only one I haven't done. And I've done the studio tour in LA. I've done both of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter sites at Universal. Shout out to WB for sponsoring those locations. No, they only sponsored the LA ones because I did the LA ones twice. I paid for the one in Orlando because it was for Mario's wedding. Shout out to freaking Nerds Media. I just didn't do the Forbidden Forest with you guys. Okay. I've done the museum too. Yeah, and I've done the New York store. Yeah, I forgot about that. I've done the New York store too. Cindy was with us for that one. I'll take you around Universal when it opens. Show us the spots, Mark. Harry Potter store opening in New York. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, that's what Cindy said. Thanks, Steffi. I've just never been to the stuff in LA. Yeah, I met Jay in LA. Jay drove me around when I was out there. So, but yeah, UK, WB. I know y'all a US based company, but y'all need to get y'all stuff out there, bro. Out in the UK. I don't know what's going on. I saw that. I did hear about this too, about the auction. Scenes from the Harry Potter photos are up for the behind the scenes. I'm sorry. 140 behind the scenes Harry Potter photos are up for auction, taken by Graham Wood. That would be so that would be so cool to own. That would be so. I feel like Peter over at Potter Collector would probably like try to get at least one of them. That would be so much fun to own. Hey, just me. Welcome. Jay did come to Philly as well. That's right. He did. That's crazy. This one, so we've been talking about Privet Drive. Like, we were talking about it when they were first building it, and we started getting aerial photos. I think it was from like Unbox something PhD or whatever. And it's weird now because this was like back in like April when we started seeing stuff. And so it's weird now to see like the progression now, like the houses and stuff on Privet Drive. And this by far has taken the longest because they started filming sometime in July. I want to say like July 14th. Because I remember the photo of Dominique McLaughlin, who's playing Harry Potter for the TV series. And he had like his full garb, scar and everything with the film clapper thing, whatever. And it's weird that they're still building the sets. Like, even though they started filming. So they're probably doing like a lot of the filming on the locations that are already established, reusing a lot of the locations from, I'm assuming, the studio tour areas or even on-site locations from the movies. And so, but for Privet Drive, they're like rebuilding all of that. We had seen them bring in new cars. Well, not new cars, but new cars for the area that are from the 90s. Bringing them onto location as well. So, yeah, like you see all this construction. But you see it like all coming together, which is pretty cool. How do I get a chance to meet James to just be his hype man? Yeah, like Chris, we got to do. Soon I said, what is good, Tim? So the way, 32 months Patronus Squad. How you doing, Tim? Happy Whizzing Wednesday. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Hey, David and Kelly, celebrate 15 months Patronus Squad. 15 months already. I absolutely love this community. Thanks for the fun times. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, if you're over on YouTube, be sure to drop a like. If you're watching this on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow as well. But yeah, like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's like, I feel like one of those guys like saying it's all coming together. It's all coming together. How goes it? Going good, Tim. Catching up on all the news I missed like in the past 2 weeks or so when it comes to the Harry Potter. And we got, again, more aerial photos. Ooh, of King's Cross. Ooh. Oh, okay. So this building right here, they're using as King's Cross. Now, we saw photos of the Weasleys, for example. And, of course, Harry at King's Cross. I haven't seen Hermione, though. I didn't see Annabella Staten, who plays Hermione in the HBO series. But we've seen Ron. Alistair Stout, who plays Ron. We saw him with the rest of the Weasleys, Ginny, Fred and George, and even Mama Weasley, a.k.a. Molly Weasley, looking amazing with the 90s fits and stuff. But I guess this is where they filmed it. But look at all of this construction and stuff, though. Like, this is crazy. And keep in mind, all of this will be a new or added on addition to the studio tour. So this is going to be like a new studio tour once they're done with this. So like after they've done filming all seasons for the TV series, it's going to turn into an attraction where you can go and visit and walk around and do all the stuff that you normally do from the studio tour, like Mark said, like a museum. So I know they put a pretty penny onto this. I want to say it's like over $1 billion for like everything they're doing with the TV show and the construction and the cast and all this stuff. This was also according to the Sun, over a UK news outlet over there. So that price might be different now that we have more information, but that was the price. That was around the same price when we reported it back in April. But bro, this is insane. I'm here as well, Vizia. These good to hear. James, when should we give you the time check? Ooh, I'm glad you said that. Around 1:45 Eastern time. 1:45 Eastern time. Because I have practice. I have to leave at 2:30. So yeah, that's the game plan. The crazy drip. The Sun has a very bad reputation. Oh no! Oh no! Wait! Oh no! I don't know anything about UK publishing. I'm like, yeah, the Sun said this, the Sun said that. Yeah. A news outlet in the UK. Yeah. Oh my God. I heard about this too. This was cool. And this is from a good publishing outlet, Bloomsburg. This was from Bloomsburg. Let me see if she loads. So, if you guys are unaware, my UK peeps, in Las Vegas, there's just a huge globe. There's a huge sphere. 1345 locked in. Thank you, Stargazer. That's a lot of money. Yeah, Z. There's been reports this is like over 3 billion as well. But there's a huge sphere in LA. It's like the Sphere Experience or whatever. And they're doing the Wizard of Oz like right now, apparently, where you can watch like the Wizard of Oz in the sphere, and you're in a dome, and so you're experiencing like 360 immersion when it comes to like the movie. And I think I saw like a clip of the tornado scene in The Wizard of Oz, and like people were like pointing, and it felt like they were in the tornado, just like Dorothy and Toto in the house and all that other stuff. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because this has been a huge success. They've been making a lot of money. I think the tickets are like $200, which is ridiculous. And it's been crazy. Yeah, it isn't a concert venue. It's a movie theater. The first blockbuster movie to fall is 86-year-old musical that was a failure when it first released, 1939. The Wizard of Oz is drawing 4,000 to 5,000 fans to the Sphere in Las Vegas 2 or 3 times a day. 4,000 to 5,000 fans 2 to 3 times a day. And the average price of the ticket is $200. Wait, what's the math on? Wait, what is the math on that? 200 times, let's go to high end, 5,000. Is that like $200 times 5,000? That's got to be low, like, that's not 100,000, is it? I suck at math. Where's my phone? UFC at the Sphere was cool. Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah. Yeah. Let me do the math right quick, calculator. My kids would know this off the top of their head, but not your boy. So 5,000 times 200 is what I said, 100,000. So they're making $300,000, upwards of $300,000 a day. That's insane. What? They're making, because yeah, $200 a piece, 2 or 3 times a day. We're going the high end of that. $300,000 a day. Max. For Wizard of Oz. For Wizard of Oz. Can you imagine watch parties there? That's insane. Anyway, how this relates to the Wizarding world. Let me see. Executive Sphere estimate the film will gross hundreds of millions of dollars over the next year, and could top $1 billion before concluding its run. That's crazy. Anyway, New York billionaire James Dolan. I think he owns a couple of sports teams as well. Licensed the rights to the movie from his old friend David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. Dolan then sank over almost $100 million adapting the visual classic on the LED screen. So David Zaslav, if you guys don't know, is the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. James Dolan, their BFFs, who runs the Sphere or who owns the Sphere Extraction or whatever. So Wizard of Oz being a WB property, what other properties does WB have? This is where Harry Potter comes in. So they were talking about that. Where is it? I want to make sure I read it correctly and make sure I don't misquote. Las Vegas. They've had concerts. Backstreet Boys makes twice as much money from movies as its concerts. That's insane. So it will generate about 200 million sales from concerts this year, according to this. While movies were closer to 400 million, and they're a lot more profitable. But anyway, they want to get Harry Potter here, according to them. They really want to get Harry Potter because they're talking about the potential. Like, how is Wizard of Oz making that much money? How, like... But anyway, Dolan has also spoken... This is it right here. Dolan has also spoken to Warner Brothers about additional titles, including Harry Potter, and he's spoken to Walt Disney Company about a few titles, including Star Wars. I would pay $200 for both of those. I would pay $200 to experience that in that way. But Harry Potter at the Sphere costing you $200 to possibly watch. The question is, would they go through, let's say, because I think they're going to do a year with Wizard of Oz. So let's say they do a year just in Harry Potter in general. I would assume they would break it up 2 months, maybe a month and a half for each film throughout the year. No, it wouldn't be a month and a half. So it'd be it'll be a month and some change for sure. Almost 2 months, breaking that down. Because 2 months would be 6 films and there's 8. So, splice it however you want with that. Raise your hand if you would go to that. I mean, obviously, UK peeps, you have additional costs of flying into the United States and stuff. But if you were a local and could drive less than a half hour to go see Harry Potter at the Sphere, knowing it would be $200, would you do it? Because I just as an experience, I think I would. I would. I would try to do a meetup or something. Las Vegas is expensive though. But yeah, I would try to do a meetup or something, and all of us get tickets at the same time and just go and watch it. That would be insane. I know, shout out to Texas Chica and Corgi Chica. I keep saying Texas Chica, but Corgi Chica and Corgi Dad. I know they go over there a lot, but yeah. Oh, absolutely would go, says Steph. Probably, yep, says Micah. They changed the movie of Wizard of Oz a bit. They used a lot of AI. Probably to enhance everything. So that's not a surprise, Lauren, for sure. That's not a surprise. But yeah, I think I'm with you, mostly all of you guys, by saying I would definitely go. What is going on? So yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe they're making that much money. I can't believe they're making that much money. That's insane. That's insane. Okay. Anyway, I can't wait. I hope they get more information. So once they're done with the Wizard of Oz stuff, hopefully we'll get more information and we'll be able to kind of like find out when tickets go on sale. And maybe that'll be like a nice little trip with the family, or at least with Sue and I. Get some babysitters and go out there to do it. That's the thing. Which would I rather do, though? Because $200 would also be the price of a ticket at Universal to experience the Ministry of Magic and everything else there. I'd probably spend that money on a ticket to Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal, more so than the Sphere. Because you're just watching the movie. You're experiencing it in a different way. Obviously, you're like, why not have both? But if I had to pick, money being tight, whatever, and stuff, you know, money doesn't grow on trees for everybody, and things are getting more expensive. I'd probably choose the Universal experience. Even though I've done it before, I still probably get my money's worth, because I haven't done the Ministry of Magic one. And Retro said it was nice. Hey, just popping in to say hi, quick hello. I'll be watching this on Replay Squad. Becky, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Appreciate you. Rita Skeeter herself. Holding it down. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. I would make the trip from the UK somehow if I stumbled across somebody. Exactly, Ree. Not just to enhance. They added stuff that was not in the original movie to fill in space for the Sphere. Ooh! I think that's enhancements. But no, I get what you're saying. So it'll fill up the space and everything. Ooh, I gotta look more into that. Epic is awesome. So it's amazing vivariums. That's right. I remember you said you went there for that. I forgot about that. That, man, I'm so jelly. I gotta go. I gotta go. Like, that's on my list for next year. Like, it has to happen. I just can't go during the summer because we went to Disney World during the summer and that was miserable. I can't wait for November to go. You're going in November, Chris? No way. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Speaking of awesome, we might have the best cast in all of the Wizarding world. Just announced last week, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm just amazed. I am amazed. Like, they spared no expense with this cast. So, we're going to talk about it. First, let me get some yo's in the chat. And we'll give you guys a drop featuring the new Game Sir controller for the Switch. So, you guys can see that. But, yeah. It's just too busy. I'm trying to go after the store. Let me see. Yes, sir. I'll be sure to share pics in the Discord. Yes, please do. Please do. All right, we got yo's from Trisha, Patronus Squad, Lauren, Patronus Squad, Chris, Patronus Squad, Matt, Patronus Squad, Lauren. All right. I have no idea how people go to Universal Florida and wear Hogwarts robes all day during the summer. No, that's commitment. That's what that's called, Micah. That's exactly what that's called. Anyway, let's hear a word from Game Sir and the new controller. This is the Nova 2 Lite controller from Game Sir, the sponsor of today's video. The Nova 2 Lite controller is Game Sir's next top-of-the-line multi-platform wireless controller, designed for the ultimate gaming experiences on PC, mobile, and even Switch, with color options of luminous white, midnight gray, and the gorgeous Gold Champion Edition. And that's not all. The Nova 2 Lite controller comes with Game Sir's trademark features, like the trademark GameSir Hall Effect analog triggers that offer long and even short travel options for smooth controls. Clutch, 2 macro buttons on the bottom for enhanced customization and pro controls. Clutch, ultra low button and stick latency during wired and even wireless gameplay. Clutch, all of this and more for just $29.99 US. I mean, clutch. Honestly though, the best feature I've enjoyed the most as a Switch player, honestly, is GameSir's trademark MagRes sticks, which feature anti-drift capability. I know, anti-drift on a Switch controller. I mean, come on. Seriously, offering such a pro feature at such an affordable price was what sold the Nova 2 Lite for me, and with platforms, sadly, continuously increasing their prices left to right, it's kind of cool to see GameSir offer affordability, pro features, and multi-platform ability all in one controller. So use our affiliate link in the description below to buy the Nova 2 Lite controller from GameSir, an elite controller at a budget price, accessible for every type of gamer. And thanks again to GameSir for sponsoring today's video. Clutch is the word. As Chris said, it's in my name for a reason. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that controller, especially for my Nintendo Switch users, that was a game changer. My kids have been fighting over it, playing it. They play their Switches more than I do. But it's a good controller. And again, $30 for a pro style controller that is on the Switch, where normally their pro controllers are around like $80. That's pretty clutch. It's pretty clutch. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I was saying during the thing. So yeah, check it out. And I know I have a short on it on the channel, and I have those links there. So I got to remember to add the links to the live streams as well. If you guys want to get that controller and support the channel, we have the affiliate links there. It gives us a little boost in regards to revenue and stuff like that if you guys buy it with no extra cost to you guys. So check it out, and alongside their other amazing controllers. And again, I'm not just saying it because they're like, you know, hooking us up with controllers to review, whatever. Like, we've been trying them, I've been playing them, and they're good. They're good. They're good. And you just can't beat the price. Like, a lot of not company, but a lot of brand made controllers, Xbox controllers, PS5 controllers, PC controllers, you know, and even Switch controllers. They're usually a pretty penny because of the name, you know, and they're made from the company that the console is associated with regarding controllers. So they just make well done, and you will see if you go on YouTube and just look up GameSir. When it comes to just their controllers, there's a lot of positivity when it comes to those. And that was the first thing I did before I decided to join forces with them regarding promoting their brand. And I agree. I agree. Obviously, there's going to be some people who disagree, but the majority of people enjoy their products, and I'm one of them. So check them out. Check them out. Just saying, trying to hook you guys up as per usual. So anyway, let's get into this Audible book. And good Lord, bro, like, this cast, I don't even know if I've seen all of them. I don't even know if I've seen all of them. But this cast for the Audible books, that's coming out, I believe, in June. Variety, Audible, Harry Potter is, I'm like, what? What? So, courtesy again of Wizarding World Direct, we knew about, like, Hugh Laurie playing Dumbledore during the Back to Hogwarts stream. We kind of like, they had a new trailer, kind of like behind the scenes talking to the cast that were announced so far up to that point. Annabella Stanton, who's playing Hermione in the HBO series, also voices Hermione in the Audible series. We got a new Harry and Ron, and we have a new trio when they get older, I believe, for Goblet of Fire, all the way up to, obviously, Deathly Hallows. And keeping going, I mean, we have so many people, so many amazing actors, especially what's his name, Voldemort. It's not James. It's something Marston, whatever. But anyway, the cast is insane. And the cast just got even more insane. You have Kit Harington from Game of Thrones playing Professor Lockhart. Let me say that again. Kit Harington, Jon Snow, who knows nothing, is playing Professor Lockhart. He's playing Lockhart. What in the ham sandwich? Like, I never would have thought. Yeah, James McAvoy too. Yeah, I'm going to get to James McAvoy. Because as Moody, oh my God, bro. Like, oh my God. Anyway. Yeah, so that's just the first one. You know nothing, Professor Lockhart. Somebody needs to make a shirt. Somebody needs to make a shirt saying that. Because it fits also because he loses his memory. Oh my gosh. That's $1 million idea. You know nothing of Professor Lockhart. Oh my gosh. Hey, what up, Jay? Zachary! XpectoGO. Happy Wednesday. New Harry Potter Audible cast reveal. Let's go. So excited. Lockhart is a very fun character to listen to in the audiobooks. Very surprised with this cast. I'm surprised with all of these castings. We haven't even gotten to, what's her name? Dolores Umbridge. I'm like, wait, what? So yeah, with voice acting, says Cindy, they don't have to be the physical type. They just act their butts off. No, for sure. But again, like, understanding that it's voice acting, I didn't see Jon Snow's voice for Lockhart until I saw Jon Snow's voice for Lockhart. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something you put two and two together until, like, you see it. It's like a match you didn't expect would be awesome until you experience it. Food that would go together that you didn't think about until you experience it. So anyway, yeah. It's amazing how different people can sound from how they look. Yeah, for sure. So that's the first one. Keira freaking Knightley as Dolores Umbridge. Keira Knightley as Dolores. She has the sass. She already has the sass. For sure. But Keira Knightley? Umbridge? She's going to kill this. Well, I mean, I'm just going to get this out the way. Everybody's going to kill this. I'm just going to say that. But my gosh. Yeah, she had already been cast. Yeah. The goat from Pirate. Who would you like to see as Umbridge? I don't even know. Like, I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't thought about, like, casting Umbridge. But again, casting also for the TV series is different than it would be for the Audible, because again, it's just a voice. Whereas there has to be some physical mannerisms that kind of fit the description of the character for the TV show. Which those restraints you don't have when it comes to the Audible books. So, bro, she's going to kill this. It gives Keira the chance to play a delicious villain. She's always plays a heroine. Yeah. Like, and I think she's in Sue's favorite Pride and Prejudice version from the BBC as well. So, like, alongside a billion other movies she's in. But yeah, Keira Knightley. Umbridge. That's insane. Speaking of Game of Thrones, we got Ramsay over here, who, he's a great actor, by the way. He's a delicious actor. Like, his acting chops, so underrated. Him and my guy who plays, Professor Moriarty, James Moriarty in the Sherlock series with Benedict Cumberbatch. Two of some of the most underrated British actors, bro. So good. Everything they do, perfection. Perfection. That's legit my childhood crush. Wait, let me see. Lauren, all my homies love Keira Knightley. I mean, it's Keira Knightley anyway. But yeah, I mean, Ramses as Lupin, man, he's going to be so good. He's going to be so good. And it's going to be nice to see him with like a softer tone playing Lupin. It's so, like, this to me so far is on par, just talent wise, is on par with the movies, the original movies. Yes, Alan Rickman. Yes, everybody. Yes, I know. But good Lord, just in regards to this talent, just going off talent, I don't think some of these actors have like a long have a long history of like great films and like just acting on in general, from Broadway to TV to movies. And I think with the movies, you just had legendary guys who've just been in the game for a long time. And that's not so much the case with these guys. They just have huge stardom and notoriety outside of like a Keira Knightley or like a Hugh Laurie per se. But talent, UK talent, bro. Again, talent, not legendary status like the movies and the actors in the movies. Talent. This is second, like, bro. It's up there, bro. If you guys don't know Ruth Wilson. As Bellatrix, like, what world are we living in? Like, I'm flabbergasted. Like, this is insane. Insane. So good. So good, bro. So good. We got more, though. We got more. So I'm unaware of this actress, but we got Tonks. We got a new Tonks. Ambika Mod is Nymphadora Tonks in the Harry Potter full cast audio editions. She was in Lutherie. Exactly. Yes. So don't not familiar with her work. I gotta look her up. Again, this is me reacting. Leo Woodall as Bill Weasley. He's a good young actor. As well. Bro, like, and Simon Pegg is back in the Wizarding world. Simon Pegg, who voiced Professor Black in Hogwarts Legacy, is back in the Wizarding world as, I think, the most perfect casting to me, Arthur Weasley. I think this might be the most perfect casting, just based off what I know of the actor. I think this might be the most, out of all of them, the most perfect casting. Simon Pegg as Arthur. Like, whimsical, everything can go serious, like the switch up. I think this is the best. This is the best cast, like, announcement, right, so far. I think this is just me. I don't know enough about the other ones to make an opinion, so I'm going off of my limited knowledge of the actors. But my gosh, When I hear Simon Pegg, Arthur Weasley, it clicks immediately. The other ones I had to like think about, knowing they can knock it out the park. But the other ones I had to think about. But it's Pegg and and Arthur, yeah, instant. Simon said he wanted a role in one of the films. He's like the only BAFTA winner who's not had a role. So here's another opportunity for him. That's a good point. That's going to be awesome. Award the man a rubber duck, right? Hook him up with a rubber duck. And he's back in the Wizarding World, bro. Let's go. This one I saw, I had to think about for a while also. But then once I thought about it, I was like, yeah. James McAvoy as Mad-Eye Moody, bro. As Mad-Eye Moody. I think he was fan casted for one of the Marauders back in the day. Because this was when like when everybody still wants this, but back when everybody was fan casting for Marauders like show or separate movie or whatever. I think McAvoy was fan casted as one of the Marauders. I just couldn't remember who, but yeah. Moody, yeah. I'm so curious his take though. I'm so curious about his take on the character, voice wise. I'm so curious. Oh, like this Keira Knightley, James McAvoy, Simon Pegg, Jon Snow himself in Harington, like Bolton Ramsey. Like, I'm like, what in the world, bro? Like, what on top of Hugh Laurie as Dumbledore? And I keep forgetting the guy's name who plays Voldemort. Like, he's been in everything. Like, what world do we live in where this is happening? And this is new. Like, what's so crazy is the Harry Potter IP is over 20-something years old. The movies, at least the first movie, is just about 20. I think they celebrated the 20th anniversary or whatever, like a couple of years ago. How are we still getting surprised and even excited about this IP every stinking year, bro? Like, how is this possible? It's easy with Star Wars because you can just build upon the canon that's already established, do some filler content that kind of like talks about stuff that happened in between the movies or in between the Legends books and stuff like that. You know, that's easy to do because it's going to be new content, because movies can only do so much. That's why TVs has been expanding. That's why like the Clone Wars was so beloved by the fandom, because it kind of explored the Clone Wars. It was talked about in the original trilogy. You only had the start of the Clone Wars in the prequel trilogy and the end of the Clone Wars in the prequel trilogy. But we're just rehearing the same story with this Audible book. We're just rehearing the same story. It's the same story. There's no new stuff. It's the same story. When we do these Harry Potter experiences, we're revisiting this story 80 billion times. When we buy merch, it's all about the same story. It's the same story. Nothing has been added. And that's what's so genius about this. Because, like, yeah, we're going to tell the same story, but you get to experience it in a different way with the Audible editions. Yeah, you can go in the Forbidden Forest experience and see the stuff that, you know, would be in the Forbidden Forest, but you get to experience it yourself now. Same story. No new stories. The only new stories we've gotten Fantastic Beasts and the game and Hogwarts Legacy. Outside of like the gaming, Wizards Unite, you know, Hogwarts Mystery and Hogwarts Legacy. I think those are the only ones that's done new stuff. But it's the same story. It's the same story. Great story. Amazing story. Generational, iconic story. But it's the same story. And we get so excited. So it's just amazing. That's just amazing to me. Magic is special like that. Always, exactly. And will he play both Moody and Junior Moody? Ooh, actually two complete. I don't even know if that's It might be in the Variety article. I'll check that out. That's another great question, Cindy. I did Forbidden Forest with my fiance. It was fantastic. Derpy Spartan. So did I. Yeah, it was great. It was great. I think it might be my favorite one. That's going to be awesome. Sorcerer's Stone was in 2001. Deathly Hallows Part 2 is 2011. That's insane, bro. That's insane. If she wrote a new story, the world would implode. That's the other thing. If she, like, I forgot about Cursed Child, because we did get that. And that was a letdown for most. Still a great experience if you go to Broadway. But just story-wise, that was a letdown. But still, agreed. If we got a continuation of the story or a new one in the Wizarding World, yeah, the world would explode. Who will play Barty Crouch Jr.? Ooh, that's a great question. So I think finishing off the casting, I'm unaware of Gemma Whelan as Professor Sprout. She's just cute. She looks cute. We also got casting for Professor Sprout in the TV series as well, HBO series. And she looks perfect also. And that's another thing with the going back to the HBO series. In regards to at least the casting, the ages of the professors are like right around where they need to be. Because the professors in the movies, if you didn't know, were very old. Especially like with some of the Marauders. They felt like in their 50s when they're supposed to be in their 30s. So even Snape felt like he was in his 50s when he's supposed to be in his 30s. Because all of them grew up with Lily and, James Potter, and they died at a young age, and I think they were like in their 30s, I want to say, or like they were in their early 20s when they died, when Harry was born, and so they should be in their 30s by the time Harry gets there for his first year. So just again, casting, if you're looking at Lupin and with what's his name? Bolton Ramsey actor. If you're looking at even James McAvoy as Mad Eye, like, yeah, they're established, grizzled, actors, but they're still relatively young compared to the original cast in the movies. And that's what I like seeing, not only in the HBO series, but also in the Audible books, which is very encouraging. I don't think JK wrote Cursed Child. She just endorsed it. Oh, ooh, she didn't write that though. Ooh, I forgot about that. Yeah, if she wrote something else. The world would explode. Matt Berry is Sir Dogan in the Harry Potter full cast. Love that. And yeah, like that's the cast for the Audible books, bro. That's insane. If we go to the Variety article, we get more information talking about who's joining the cast. We already went over that. In a statement by James McAvoy, he says, "I am absolutely thrilled to bring the fiercely determined Mad-Eyed Moody to life in these dynamic audio editions from Pottermore and Audible. He's a layered character, constantly shifting between battle-hardened intensity and unexpected moments of wisdom. Capturing his commanding presence was incredibly fun." That breakdown right there, my gosh, bro. It just shows his understanding. Layered character, constantly shifting between battle-hardened and unexpected moments of wisdom. That's a great breakdown. The first audio book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, is scheduled to release November 4th. So it is November, exclusively on Audible, with each of the remaining 6 English language audiobooks releasing monthly worldwide. So I think it goes to March or May, I believe. And the third batch of casting announced for Harry Potter full cast editions. The latest group would join Hugh Laurie as Albus Dumbledore, Matthew McFadden Oh my gosh, as Voldemort. Sue wasn't sold on Riz Ahmed as Professor Snape. She felt like he whispered too much. But I liked it nonetheless. Michelle Gomez as Professor McGonagall, and Cush Jumbo as the narrator overall, with the announced Mark Addy as Hagrid and Alex Hassel as Lucius Malfoy. Ooh, I didn't know about this. Daniel Mays as Dobby, and Sara and Avni. Oh, they're actual twins as the Patil Twins. They're actual twins, or at least sisters. That's crazy. And then we got the young actors, Annabelle Staten and everybody. Yeah. And we got more coming. Additional casting for the Harry Potter audiobooks will be announced this fall, the company says, following Sorcerer's Stone in November. Bro. It's... Yeah. This is going to be fun. It sucks because, like, we can't play it on YouTube because of obviously copyrights and stuff. Or I would do a live stream and we just like listen to it. We could listen to it in Discord possibly, but it wouldn't be the same experience. Kind of like break it down chapter by chapter. That might not be a bad idea actually. So many Game of Thrones actors. Well, Game of Thrones actors, I felt like they had like everybody from the UK on that show as well. So like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of crossover. Gemma played your... Oh, she did. Okay, I thought that face looked familiar. Good call, Cindy. Good call. Plus, killing off characters is often a sign of writers running out of ideas. See also Joss Reed. Yeah. Who do you think should play Voldemort in the series? Well, we know. I say bring back Ralph Fiennes. Honestly, I think there's a high percentage chance. Because Cillian Murphy said he won't be portraying Voldemort. And Mads Mikkelsen. Not Mads Mikkelsen. What's his name from House of Dragon? He also said he's not playing Voldemort as well. So those are like the big ones. Obviously, they could do a no-name. Maybe they will have Matthew McFadden, who's voiced Voldemort, who's perfect, by the way. Voice of Voldemort in the audiobooks. Maybe they have him, Matthew McFadden. We've seen that happen with Annabella Staten, who voices Hermione in audiobooks and is playing Hermione in the HBO series. So Matthew McFadden's up there, but I have a sneaking suspicion it might be Ralph Fiennes might be back. And he's of age because Voldemort's supposed to be like in his 70s. How old? Because he was too young in the... Yeah, he's 62 right now. So that's closer than he... Yeah, that's more in line with the age Voldemort it actually is in the books. Because he was way younger in the movies. Yo, Dan, Rita, and the Chosen One. How you guys? Happy Wednesday. How about Hiddleston or Cumberbatch for Voldy? I think Cumberbatch might be too busy. Same with Hiddleston with the Marvel stuff. Because that's at least a 4 or 5 year commitment. For the HBO series. I just don't see it. I don't see them taking a role. I think they're aware of their branding. And I don't know how many people want to be associated with the Harry Potter IP with JK still doing her things and stuff. Which is why it's so surprising also that we have this cast, by the way. So, yeah. I don't know. Who do you guys think? Matt Smith. Yeah, Matt Smith. That was the other one. He confirmed he's not Voldemort as well. Hiddleston, he hasn't done anything since season 2 Loki. That was like 3 years. Yeah. But they're filming Doomsday and Secret Wars back to back. Like, they're doing that right now. And I know he got the script last year. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, he could be done after these next 2 films. And he wouldn't have to come onto the scene for the HBO series until like another 4 years. Well into 2030s by that time. So, I'm not saying he can't do it. I don't know. Like, if I'm looking at the cast for the HBO series compared to the Audible books, there's not a lot of who's who actors, at least like worldwide known actors. There's a lot of who's who UK actors. And so, compared that to the Audible books with world-renowned actors like Kit Harington and James McAvoy, who's done a lot of US based movies on top of the UK based movies and Broadway, stuff like that. I don't know if they'll, outside of what's his name, John Lithgow, I don't know if they'd bring in somebody like that well known. And again, they brought back Flitwick, Warwick Davis. So, it's not out the realm of possibilities. And Ralph Fiennes has been the only one of the few actors who said they would love to portray their character again. At least one of the few actors from the original movies who would love. So, I think Ralph Fiennes would be up there. So that makes it more tempting for actors to take those jobs. Yeah. Well, the commitment for voice acting is shorter. Exactly. And that's why I was talking about like busy when Tim threw out Hiddleston or Benedict Cumberbatch, because Benedict would kill it. I think between the two, I would prefer Benedict Cumberbatch. Just his voice as Smaug alone in the Hobbit films. I was like, that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to hear. He would kill it. I think Hiddleston has more of the look, but I think Cumberbatch has more of the voice. If that makes sense. Fiennes seemed baffled by the movie, so maybe someone more invested would be good. And well, that's true, Mercury. But he's done a couple of interviews talking about how he wanted to revisit it and do it again, maybe to redeem himself, but also his grandkids have wanted him to come back and do it. So they wouldn't need the actor who plays Voldemort to be full-time until books 4 on. Exactly. So that would free up Hiddleston or a Benedict Cumberbatch for sure. But that's still a 4-year at least commitment. 3 to 4 year commitment, depending on how they break down season 7. If they're going to split the last book up into 2 seasons. If you remember though, when the movies first came out, most people didn't know who many of the other British actors were until they saw them in the films. No. Not with the movies. The kids, I would agree with you, Christian Gamer. But the movies, even in the 20th anniversary celebration of Harry Potter that came out on HBO, everybody was saying, like, Alan Rickman was the man. Robbie Coltrane was already in like 3 or 4 James Bond movies. He was in the one with Timothy Dalton and in I want to say one with Pierce Brosnan. That's Hagrid. And then you had the who's who playing Dumbledore, because these guys are just amazing actors who've been there a long time. And let alone like everybody. I would say for the kids, yes. Not well, no. Freaking Sirius Black. Like, come on. Like, all of these actors have been in amazing films before they were cast. Maybe not as many worldwide, but they were the who's who of British actors. They were the who's who. So I think I would push back against that sentiment. They were they were well known. In the 2000s, they were well known. Die Hard, yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to Alan Rickman. Yeah, Die Hard, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. Alan Rickman alone, his filmography. Yeah. Sister Act, yeah. Yeah, 2000, by the time the first one came out, yeah, 2000, yeah. Speaking of Jeremy Irons, using his Scar voice for woof, oof. Jeremy Irons could do no wrong, man. I wish they kept him as Alfred. I loved him as Alfred in the Snyderverse. Yeah. That's fair. I was just thinking about Molly Weasley and the other characters were more mainly English actors. No, that's fair. And yeah, for sure. Molly, Arthur, even some of these smaller professors, less known professors, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But like the main guys who are like prevalent throughout, freaking Trelawney, bro. You know who plays Trelawney? Who doesn't have that big a role in the series? You know who plays my girl? You know who plays Trelawney? Even Umbridge, I forgot that actress. She's well established. But no, like some of the smaller roles for sure. Like, and what's crazy is all of those actors in the Harry Potter movies, I can tell you they've been in a Guy Ritchie film. All of them. Guy Ritchie or I forgot the director who did I love him. Who did X-Men First Class? Matthew Vaughn. Who does a lot of British movies that are worldwide appeal also. But I could possibly, at least the male actors, I could probably point to any of them being in a Guy Ritchie film. Guy Ritchie or Matthew Vaughn film. For sure. So yeah. Ooh, time alert. Thank you, Stargeezer and Cindy. Hey everyone, I'm at work on break, but had to stop by. Hey Perez, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, thanks for stopping by. Emma Thompson as Professor Trelawney getting sacked, like fired by bro. Great cinema. I love Emma Thompson. I love Emma Thompson. But yeah. Anyway, it's back then. Anyway, again, going off back then, it was a who's who in regards to just actors, and everybody felt that way. Even the kids who were up there. All right, last one before we get out of here. Some Hogwarts Legacy news. And again, I think I even looked. Where was it? Let me see. No, I lost the link. Let me see. Harry Hogwarts Legacy job posting. That might be it. Here we go. It is Gaming Bible. Okay. So, and actually, let me go to Avalanche Software. Let me go to Avalanche. So, it's been quiet regarding Hogwarts Legacy ever since their PC mods released all the way back in January, and even the Switch 2 release version of the game in June. It's been pretty quiet from the team over at Avalanche Software, and it usually means good things. Whenever I tell like the mods or like Patronus Squad, hey, if I'm quiet, that just means I'm busy, like either filming, doing research stuff for a video, or football to a degree. So I get the sentiment and I kind of understand that. But the article from Gaming Library is in reference to this job that is filled. Oh, shoot. That was quick. They filled it. They filled it. This one's still up there. Level design, designs, creating ideal candidate or fashion for. And I think this was. Oh, okay. This was it. Okay. So, going down, reading the article. New job listing for Hogwarts Legacy sequel has got fans torn, which I don't believe, with some excited and others a little worried. Hogwarts Legacy sold 22 million copies by the end of 2023. No, it was more like 25. Who writes these articles? I can tell you who write. Anyway, that's wrong. It's not 22 million. It was like 25. Because it was just eking out Tears of the Kingdom in 2023. Anyway, that irks me. This is a huge publication with a butt ton of money, and it can't even get the numbers right. Anyway, Hogwarts Legacy 2 confirmed in September 2024. Confirmed by the CFO saying they're working on it, but it's ways down. But that's the only confirmation. They said they're working on it, but nobody from Avalanche Software or WB Games has said anything. It's more people from WB Discovery on an earnings call. Again, context and details, people. Come on. Anyway, a few job listings have suggested a few details about the game. The junior level designer, which I showed you guys earlier, that was taking up and has been filled apparently. Spotted on Reddit is hiring temporary junior level designer at Avalanche Studios. Avalanche Software. Avalanche Studios is a different developer. Bro, who is writing this? It's Avalanche Software. When I was at Avalanche, they said, don't call us Avalanche Studios. It's Avalanche Software. Avalanche Studios is a completely developer altogether. It's completely different. It's Avalanche Software. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just hate when people, like, all you got to, this is not even a long write-up. It's not long at all. Anyway, it seems to have confirmed that the game will be running on Unreal Engine 5. This comes as no surprise, really, considering the first game was built on Unreal Engine 4. The engine bolsters a lot of upgrades over Unreal Engine 4, including improved level details, all this models. Despite Unreal Engine 5's landed itself in hot water. Yeah, because this context. Okay, so the hot water they're referring to on this part right here regarding Unreal Engine 5 and new games like Mafia: The Old Country and Silent Hill 2. It's not the engine. It's making the engine compatible with the game and other platforms. There's nothing wrong with the engine. Just like with anything, it's a tool. But developers rely on Unreal Engine. Some developers rely on Unreal Engine to kind of cut corners. And so when you have performance issues, you're noticing it because they're cutting corners. That wasn't the case with Unreal Engine 4. It's more prevalent now with Unreal Engine 5 and ray tracing and allowing AI to kind of make up and kind of do the guessing in between stuff, which puts a lot of pressure or a lot of stress on graphics cards, for example, which is why when you see them run on like stuff before the 40 series graphics cards, they might not run as well. And even like with Borderlands 4, they're like, hey, run it on a 40 or 50 series and above, where I would say 23 to 25% of the people who play on PC actually have a 40 or 50 series because they're mad expensive. And so why aren't developers just making it more compatible for the older version graphics card so everybody can enjoy it? So there's nothing wrong with Unreal Engine 5 and Avalanche Software, not Avalanche Studios, using it. It's the developers cutting corners and relying on AI and ray tracing and a lot of NVIDIA stuff to kind of fill in the gaps instead of them making sure it works well. Because Oblivion Remastered, for example, had issues because of the Unreal Engine 5. But anyway, that's some technical mumbo jumbo, but that's why the hot water is there. It's not Unreal Engine 5, it's developers. Anyway, however, these are some games that run quite smoothly on Unreal. There are Unreal, and they talk about good games that run well. Again, it's the developer. Tekken 8, Layers of Fear, Black Myth Wukong, like Hellblade 2, which is a gorgeous game. I would never play it because I'd hate scary games. Look gorgeous. So it's the developers, not the engine. Make that clear, Gaming Bible. Anyway, it hasn't divided fans because a lot of people don't know anything about Unreal Engine, so they're just saying this just to have stuff. But anyway, these two job postings coming off the article that's just guessing half the time on this. These two are new. This one is as well. I don't know if you guys have been following the channel, and especially Wizarding Wednesdays. We've been following the progress in regards to these job postings, especially when they started announcing them in March, I want to say, with the revelation of the MMO being developed. So it went from like 5 to 7 to 9 to 15, and I'm now like at 18 job postings and stuff. And it's funny, they still have like all the job postings up here, but mostly all of them are filled. And so, okay, they did cut them. Good. So, there was about 15 to 18 job postings up here, but most of them are filled. And so they'll update the website and everything. But they referenced this one, which this has been filled, the junior level designer. But the level designer, I didn't have to click it. The level designer here utilize Unreal Engine 5 blueprint, and that's like the first thing. I love that they also say the ideal candidate when it comes to the job posting. Hardworking, obviously, hands-on, self-motivated, but this individual has to have a passion for game design in the Wizarding world, which was ever prevalent when I had the honor of visiting Avalanche Software and talking to some of the devs in person, even at the play testing in LA, talking to them. They're huge Harry Potter fans. And so that's why I think the game was so well received, because it was made by great developers, who enjoy their field, but also fans of the Wizarding world. And so I love that that is at the end of the ideal candidate when it comes to this job. And if you guys, a little bit of context as well, when I was up there, I got to do like a couple of luncheons and like dinners with some of the staff over at Avalanche Software. And a lot of them are, I want to say, University of Utah grads. I think they're Utes or whatever. And if you didn't know, I think it's the University of Utah. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. But University of Utah is one of the better, if not top 3, gaming universities when it comes to developers and developing developers. And if you're pursuing game development as a profession, University of Utah is one of the best ones. And so I found that out when I was there all the way back in like September of 2022, and talking to these guys. A lot of them are graduates, and it seems that Avalanche Software pulls a lot of those graduates, if they're interested, into Avalanche Software when they graduate and, move on and trying to find jobs and stuff like that. On location, by the way. And they don't have to go far if they've been there for years, since it's right there. Avalanche Software is right in Salt Lake City. So it's right there. And I bring up University of Utah because they teach Unreal Engine. That's the main one they use. They teach Unreal Engine 4 and lately have been teaching Unreal Engine 5. I know this because I've been doing research talking about Hogwarts Legacy 2 over the past since the release of the game. And Unreal Engine even had a reel they do every year with even the new Witcher coming out, but it referenced Hogwarts Legacy and talked about, you know, Unreal Engine 4 and their focus and moving to Unreal Engine 5, which we already knew about. But it's cool to see because with Unreal Engine 5, the stuff they're going to be able to do, you thought Seb looked realistic, you thought your character looked realistic. In Unreal Engine 5, it's going to look amazing. The character models alone are going to look amazing, let alone the lighting and some of the just overall finish when it comes to the environments, the weathering. Like, it's going to look so good. And the level design, like, it's going to look so good. So nothing wrong with Unreal Engine 5. It's the tool. It's the people using that tool that sadly some people cut corners due to time constraints from the publisher and the higher ups and stuff. So but there's 3 new job postings right there. I didn't mention the help with the front desk position that is also there, and it looks like they're going to be coordinating with a lot of the marketing team and kind of helping and stuff. And I don't know if it's that one or the other one, because I had looked this up like a week or 2 ago. They might even be helping with support, the help desk, technical support. So I think is one of those is going to be helping with support as well. So it's been quiet. We haven't really seen new stuff, but it's good to know, in an industry that's, especially WB. WB closed 2 to 3 studios this spring. Canceled a lot of games. A lot of people got fired. And yet Avalanche Software is expanding, growing, and still hiring more people. So kudos to Avalanche Software and their success with Hogwarts Legacy, allowing them to offer people jobs in the industry that's so up and down, but B, hiring possibly some of the best developers who unfortunately lost their jobs at not just WB Studios, but, you know, Microsoft Studios and Sony Studios and so many other places, Ubisoft and stuff. So it just allows them to get the best of the best and make Hogwarts Legacy 2 and even the Hogwarts MMO one of the best games ever. Ever. Not just as a Wizarding World game, but just as an open world, open RPG or MMO game. If they are able to pull some of the talent that unfortunately lost their jobs. Because there's been over 5 to 10,000 in the past year at this point, people who's lost their jobs. So there was a lot last year, and it was a lot at the beginning of this year. So turning something negative into a positive, hopefully, over at Avalanche Software. And hopefully that benefits us as fans of the IP for sure. 2 o'clock. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Cindy. I love the vlogs leading up to Hogwarts Legacy release. Yeah. We got a bunch of theory videos. What's so crazy is I could show you all the script stuff I've written down, not just with Hogwarts Legacy, with the Bond game, Clockwork Revolution game, that they featured my reaction on their official reaction video that they posted not only on their socials but on their channel. So I'm going to be covering that and a lot of stuff, but I have so many scripts done. It's just finding time to sit down, get dolled up, and do the editing and stuff. So she was like, do you need to hire an editor and everything? I was like, I might need to, but once football season's done in October, end of October, we'll be back on the grind with consistent videos and stuff, because there's a lot of stuff a lot of people aren't talking about, or at least people like Gaming Bible who's just saying misinformation out there. And so I feel like we have to set the record straight and put out the accurate information out there, especially. So Until then, we'll be doing Wizarding Wednesdays to fill in those gaps in between the videos and stuff for you guys. And not just with Hogwarts Legacy, obviously, with everything under the Harry Potter IP, because there's so much now. It's never not football season, you know that. I mean, I'm sorry, my coaching season. Yes, this is a very accurate statement, Cindy. This is very. There's only like 4 months. There's 3 or 4 months. There's no football season, and technically it's more. But you got draft, you got preseason, you got training camp. Like it's all year. It's all year. So that is a fact, Cindy. That is a fact. Thank you so much for streaming. It was a blast. Good afternoon, and stay safe and healthy. Have a great game tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Yeah, wish us luck tomorrow. We've been doing stuff snapping under center, which usually offensively, I usually call plays from gun. If you guys don't know what the difference between that, under center is when the quarterback goes under the center and gets the ball. Gun or shotgun is when the quarterback is a few yards back and the center snaps the ball in the air to the quarterback to get the offensive plays going. So that's, but with the weather, the ball might be a little bit slick. And so we've brought out like kitty litter to dry off the balls during practice. And we've been working under center to help with possible turnovers, dealing with wet balls, since it's been a floods like for the past 2 days. So, ciao, James. Have a great week. Same to you, Mark. Hope you feel better, man. I really do. Hope you and the wifey and the kiddo, you guys have a good week and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for just hanging out, man. Even with the time change and stuff and the scheduling and starts and stuff, really appreciate it. Be on the lookout. Make sure, if you're part of the Patronus Squad, make sure you check the members only post on YouTube, and make sure you check the post on Discord. Love to hear your thoughts. If you guys want us to play the Sorcerer's Stone on the PS1 OG games, which I've never played, live or a VOD. I know at least if it's going to be live, it's going to be live for the first couple of ones, and then I'll turn them into the VODs based on my schedule for the rest of October when the season ends. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you guys updated. Thinking to raid. Ooh, Mario's online? Excuse me. Yeah, let's raid Mario over on Twitch. Can't wait for PS1 content, yeah, say. But that being said, I've been James over XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest and Hogwarts Legacy content. Chocolate Frogs will be back. Pirouettes will be back. I just feel bad doing them without Sue. So when we're back to our normal schedule, we have all the games and stuff for you guys ready to go, and we're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna have some fun with it for sure. So, but until then, you guys have a great week. I love you. Spread Lumos wherever you are in the world, because you never know who needs it. Be sure to check out our Discord. And if you enjoyed the GameSir controller, be sure to support the channel with purchasing the controller with our affiliate link, or become a member of Patronus Squad over on YouTube, Twitch, or Patreon. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.
Ryan Little.